Welcome back to the second segment of this Conversations with Archbishop Kurtz, February edition. And boy, am I excited today because we have a great guest, someone who's been here before, Gary Montgomery. Gary, thank you for being here.
Archbishop, it is my joy to sit here with you. It truly is. Thank you.
Well, we're going to be
much.
talking about exciting things with
Truly
the men's
are.
conference, but let me tell our audience, they already know this. Gary has been, for many, many years, he was an award-winning sports anchor for WDRB, and many of you know about him. He's also a very good golfer. After he finished that career, he's become a motivational speaker and coach. He and his wife Judy are members of St. Bernadette Parish and very active members catechetically and in so many ways. You're parents of 2 children and also have 2 grandchildren and a child on the way.
One on the way, yes.
So congratulations to you, Gary. We're really grateful for what you've done and so many others with the men's conference. This is exciting. Here we are, the 3rd year already. What gets you excited about the men's conference coming up next month in March?
Well, you know, Archbishop, initially it was exciting to start bringing these men together and see if we could do it, see if we could pull this off. But as it started to grow, what became exciting was to see the light of Christ among these men. The first time we held this event, it was at Our Lady of Lourdes, and there were about 500 men just breaking out into song, praising God. It was powerful, and they could feel it. But what happens after this conference as well, when they go back into their parishes and they take that light of Christ and little sparks start to fly. Wow. And we hear those good news stories often about what happened. So we're looking forward to the 3rd one and see if we can burn brighter.
Last year you had 600 and some, didn't you? And I guess this year, gosh, we ought to have 800.
Archbishop, I'm a sportscaster. I always went a little bit further, so I'm going to say we had closer to 700.
700, all right.
That's okay.
That's good. No, I like your attitude. That is wonderful. You know, what I love too, Gary, is I guess because many of the deacons in our parishes were involved in others, that we had virtually every county in the Archdiocese, all 24 counties represented. And I thought that was quite a gift. You all as a committee have worked very hard on that. Tell us about this year's speaker.
Well, this year's speaker is Father James Martin, and he's, it's exciting.
Nationally known.
We're blessed to have him. Of course, he's editor with America Magazine, and he's written books, outstanding books. One of his books is titled Between Heaven and Mirth.
Oh, yes,
not Earth.
Instead of Earth, yes, exactly.
So we know what we've got coming. We've got a man who is very spiritual, but also sees the joy in excitement, in laughter, in joy, and in fun. And he brings that to the presentation. So
he and I follow each other on Twitter. And he doesn't know this, but a few years ago, Bishop Thompson, who just died last month, he actually gave me a book on the life journey that Father Martin gave, and it's his vocation story. Yeah. So I hope he'll give a little bit of that.
And he was, as I understand, an executive with General Electric.
That's right. That's exactly
before
right.
Becoming a priest,
that's exactly
a Jesuit priest.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, we're excited about that. I know last year, I remember there were a number of fathers and sons coming, and they told me about that. Actually, some of the sons who were now adult sons, they were teenagers or young adults, they told me how much they appreciated going with their dad to this. It's a one-day conference, isn't it?
It is a one-day conference. It starts about 6:30 in the morning with registration.
6:30? Oh, wow.
And we're going to end at about 3 because this year, for the first time, we're going to have a lunch afterward. Now, we asked the people to let us know if they're going to stay for that lunch so we can get enough pizza. But this is not steak and potatoes. It's going to be
pizza is a great lunch.
Especially
if it's pizza among friends.
And that's what we want to do.
There's Mass.
There's Mass.
There's confession. There's chance for a sacrament of
throughout the day while we have breakouts.
What I like about it, I noticed, is it March 22nd?
March 22nd is the date.
And Lent begins March 5th. So, you know, that is perfectly timed for a day of recollection in Lent for the men's conference. By the way, a number of women have said to me, well, what about a women's conference? I said, let's go for it. This was grassroots, wasn't it?
Right.
This came from you and others.
Well, let me step back. And it was David Such,
Okay,
father,
very good.
And Tim Graham.
And David, of course, and Tim.
Those two men have done yeoman's work to bring this alive. And they had a vision, and they made it happen. And they drug some people in along with them, but it was those two men who saw the vision and made it come
Gary,
alive.
let me say what else I think is good. This is a good story for the Archdiocese because Sal Della Bella of course, works with the Archdiocese with evangelization, and he's not so much running it as supporting it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a model of what we should be doing is having things come from the grassroots level, obviously, that are very solid in our church teaching and belief, and having people take hold of it and take ownership. That excites me.
Well, we get excited when we see your input and your support saying, yeah, let's do this, let's get it going. And Sal, of course, is, he keeps us focused.
That's great.
We don't want to go over here.
That's great.
He keeps us focused.
That's great.
And Sal's
Now,
done a
just
wonderful job.
let's get the details.
Let's mention St. Michael is where it is being
That's it.
held
Okay,
this year.
so it's going to be at St. Michael, brand
What
new
a beautiful
church.
campus we have there.
Very accessible. What's it cost?
It costs $30.
$30. Okay.
And
hey, what an investment!
Wow, it's a great investment.
What an investment!
It's a great investment, and that will include your pizza lunch as well. So
very good.
And if you don't have the money to take care of it, I'll take care of your fee and buy you lunch that day.
Well, you know what? You can take care of the golf when we play, but I'll cough up for the fee itself. Okay. That'll be good. I'll be well worth my Lenten sacrifice. What else do we want to tell people? How do they register? Do they go to a website or what?
They can go to the website and they can start registering after the first of the year, Archbishop. And the website.
Oh, so already now, because
we're ready to roll.
We've already begun to do it. Oh, that's wonderful.
Let me give them the website. It's www.cmclouisville.net.
Okay, we're so good that while you were talking, we got that up on the screen.
Good stuff. Good
so
stuff. How do y'all do this in this television business?
We learn from people like you. Gary, thanks for being here. We really appreciate that very much. And I want to thank all of you for viewing this edition, February edition of Conversations. Please stay tuned for the final segment of Conversations with Archbishop Kurtz.